Client tasks are a way of assigning tasks to your clients to complete. It's also a way of both requesting and sending information securely to them. Because of that, client tasks are also protected by mastercodes, and they'll need to use these to access them. A client task can be as simple or as advanced as you'd like, and it's essentially a checklist of items that you can assign to your clients to complete, with the option of setting up some automated reminders and a chat function where questions can get asked. Client tasks are best used with a number of questions and items that need sending, instead of just smaller requests where you might choose to use a regular upload link in an email. Now, a client task isn't a task in its own right. You can only send client tasks from within other tasks in Pixie. So let's jump into the workspace and I'll show you how you can start to set up and send client tasks to your clients. So in order to send the client task to your clients, you first have to go into a task. So if I open up this task here, then one of the tabs that you'll notice along the top is client tasks. And once I click into here, what I'm able to do is set up a task list of items that I want my client to send me. You can also attach files yourself so that you can send them files at the same time. So let me attach some files right here. Once we're done, we're going to send this to the client. But before we do, we can set up some automated reminders here to remind the client every 2 days until this task has been completed. We can make any changes to this email that we like. Once we're done, we simply click send. And this email has now been sent to the client. Now they're going to need to use their mastercode in order to access this. So if I open up my email on the other screen and access this link here, the first thing that you'll notice is that it's asking me to enter my mastercode. I can access that from the client's record by going here, copying this code and pasting it here. Once I'm in, the client can start ticking off these items one by one. They can download the files that you've sent to them, and they can attach their own files by clicking here as well. The great thing about client tasks is that if your clients have any questions, they can use this questions box here on the right-hand side. Once they're done, all they need to do is click on this green button here in the top to mark this task as done. If we then go back to Pixie and come back here to refresh this page, you'll notice now that this has been marked as done here as well. We have the chat messages here on the right-hand side, and we have the files here at the bottom. What we might choose to do is send a message back to say that we're missing certain items. We can then reopen this task here and send it back to the client, asking them to go back in and complete any additional steps. Once that's been done, we'll go to the email and we'll access the task again. You can now see the additional messages that have come through. Once the client has completed these, they can mark this as done. If we now go back to Pixie and refresh the page, you'll notice that all of the files and all of the chat messages are now here. All of the files for this client task have now been saved to this actual task. And the great thing about this is that now I can go to the client records and you'll notice that all of the files and chat messages are here on the right-hand side, keeping everything you need for this particular task in one place. Now that you understand how client tasks work, give it a go the next time that you need to request lots of information from one of your clients.